Hello, all of you vaingloriously wonderful people, and welcome back to Pine Pass in Cities Skylines, where today we are going to be reclaiming some land here. I think I've let the game run long enough that most of the pollution's gone. Yes, most of the pollution is indeed gone. So first things first, we want to, however we crack, we want to upgrade some of this, and then I want to take a look. I'd like to get a road across here, so we may just get rid of all this, including that little entrance there. Done. All those dirt roads are gone. They'd be easy enough to eliminate. And now somewhere, yeah, we've got a bike path, so let's extend that over to there for certain. Maybe to here, because that should be, that's close enough to another regular segment that it'll be fine. I don't want to do too much back here, I don't think. I just want to see where the node would be, which is right here. So I think we'll be fine here to do this. And then we will just get this connected. That's going to be a really long block. Let's cut that in half. Not quite in half, but close enough for our purposes. And then this, oh, that does line up. That's handy. So we're going to bring that across, and then we're going to eliminate these roads. These buildings are going to complain. They'll be all right, because we're gonna reestablish these roads pretty quick here. So that, yep, is a lovely connection there, and then this should be flat enough back here that we can just bring that back, and then of course that is now in the way. Go there, crematorium, thank you. And bring that down, bring that across, and we're just gonna have, I think, a couple of ends. I don't believe we need industry road here any longer. But I do want to make sure our bike path is coming through. I don't know that we need both of these connections here. That might be a little close. Yeah, let's eliminate this one. So we'll bring our bike path to over here. And get that all the way through. And then I want to clean up the water pipes because they are a mess. I think I just cut off parts of the town from each other. That's right, because we're going to fix it right away. So we'll bring this back to here, bring that over to there. We'll have to come down a little bit to get all that covered. We'll go up there, and then we will run this back there. Cool. They all now have water, and this land can now be used for other things. We will do a bit of commercial here, and then we'll resume with the commercial. Ooh, I have an idea. This is a nice bit of downtown. What if we did a little shopping center here? Or maybe put in one of the grocery stores. So the grocery store's huge. We do have a flat train here, right? A flat-ish. That fits nicely. Like, really nicely. Yeah, I think I'd like to get one of these in here, and then we'll put a parking lot next to it. That's a lumpy parking lot, though. Okay, so maybe we don't put these here because of the uneven terrain. And I really don't. We've intentionally not graded anything down here. And we're just living with what we have. Why did that not delete the whole building? I don't know. Whatever, it's fine. We will just revert to plan. And I'm going to go ahead and go there as well. Back here, we're going to keep low density. And same for all of that. And then we will bring our commercial in up here. stops right there, and we'll just leave that little gap right there. So we get rid of that, that, and that. And that will get some of our residential need addressed. Not all of it, but a good portion of it. But that's kind of what we're going to do today is a bunch of residential. After I finished up the last episode, I was just kind of looking around at the map to see where there were some natural flat spaces up near where we just relocated the Sterling Davies. We don't need any of this anymore. But where we relocated Sterling Davies Lumber to, actually we can get rid of all that. I kind of forgot to clean that up from the last time because that's all up there now. And we also don't need this district any longer, so that can go. Cool. But yeah, there's some nice opportunities that we have waiting on us that we're going to explore here in just a couple minutes once we get all this built. Let's go to just grid here. Well, at least turn off road guidelines. And we should probably, yeah, we should have this crossing here because that's a really long block. So we're going to go there. We'll make a connection here, and then we'll also make a connection here and another one right there. And we may as well go ahead and bring that out right like that. Cool. So that will take care of itself over time. I don't know what we're going to do with that white space right there. Quite literally a lot of white space because it's all, you know, just snow. I'm almost thinking that maybe it wouldn't be a bad idea to have like a secondary connection back here with this. But I don't think that it will clear the cemetery. Ooh, it does, just. So if I bring that around, actually if we just do a straight line with it, we could bring that to there, and then T in somewhere here, maybe. That works. A little bit of a funky corner, but I think I can clean that up and move it. Just grab that, yeah. That just gives us another way back and forth without having to come down here to our collector, which is essentially functioning as a highway at this point, even though it's just a 4-lane road. So cool. That gets that done. That will all fill in time, I hope. I do want to check education. We don't really have the best education coverage. Our schools are really far away from there. That's not ideal. And of course, I don't think we have buses. We have a bus line on this side, but we don't have anything over here. So we may want to consider adding something for busing over there, but deal with it later. So there's a couple places. I was wanting to really do a few neighborhoods through here, and we could still like grade some of this off. Though it does climb pretty quick. But as I was looking, we've got a little spot here that's kind of nice and flat, just on its own. And then there's another one on up the hill here, I thought. Yeah, right here. There's a nice flat space that was just kind of here. It was mostly flat. I finished flattening out. And then there's a little teeny tiny one right here. And I think all of these would make excellent locations for just little neighborhoods. Just small neighborhoods. So what I'm going to do is come in right here where this is in the flat area. And I'm going to bring this back to about there so that we get kind of a collector coming off of our arterial here. And then we're just going to kind of freeform the rest of this here. We do a little grid, not much, here at the entrance for just some commercial. Just a skosh. And what road did I just do that with? 4-lane the whole thing. Not what I meant to do. We're not going to do trees out here. This is kind of not as formal of an area, but we will give them some grass. Yeah, it looks nice. And then here, I just want to kind of follow the train around with just a meandering road that comes off of what we have. Not trying to maximize density or anything back here. Just trying to give a couple secluded neighborhoods. And that's really it. That is the entire goal for these areas. Just a few out-of-the-way spots. And I think that's good there. We can leave that side open, or do I want to go ahead and try to... Yeah, I do. Let's get that to just follow right along that line, and then we won't zone anything on that side. And we'll bring this down and into there. Makes for a funky connection. But I'm here for it. And then let's just get a connection up here somewhere. Cool. Yeah. Just a weird little neighborhood. It will need, of course, services. No way around that. You gotta have your services. Otherwise, nobody will live here. Let's put a post office in here. This could be a nice place for a little post office. I don't think I want to worry about a school out here. They can just take a bus. Even though there's not bus service out here at the moment, we'll pretend that there is for now. And then water pipes, and then bring these back, turn off all of our snap twos, and just run this right around like that. That's connected well enough. And up here along Emma Clark Street, and down. A little more. I'd like to make this connection here. There we go. And then a little bit over that way to get that covered. Awesome. And then, as I said, we're just going to do commercial right there. Rest of it, high density. Rest of it is going to be just residential. We're not going to zone on that side, but over here, I think we're safe to do so. We are. So, let's just fill that in. Those are all fine there. And then down here, I want to be a little more intentional with my zoning. Controlling where we get houses a little bit better. We won't go anything in that corner, I guess. And then just keeping a bit of separation on some of these lots. Some of them won't have as much separation from their neighbors as others, but for the most part, this should work out really well. And then we can go with a small house there. Yeah, I like that. That works for me. And we can get one there. We can get one here. Here we can do like a 3x3, another 3x3, 3x2, and a little 2x2, and then back here maybe slightly larger on a couple of these. Yeah, that works. Let's get rid of that. There we go. And then back here, kind of the same idea. Just want to have a couple of larger homes. And go there. And get all of this zoned in back here as well. And that should do it. We could get away with just a small house there. That's going to start cutting into the hill. So we'll leave that be. And then I think I'm probably going to wind up immediately getting rid of a bit of this because I think we need a good sized park out here. Park with trees is a little too big. Maybe this one. Yeah, that works. And then we can run a path in. It has dirt paths, so we will stick to dirt paths and we will make a connection right there since that is right there waiting for us. And I'll try to get a connection back here without losing any zoning. Awesome. And somewhere, somewhere it has another connection. And I think that'll be fine for the connectivity there. So just a little neighborhood out here, just a whatever you want to call that shape. So let's move on to the next little neighborhood. And that is going to be right over here once I find it again. Where is that? Right there. This is a fairly substantial size. What I think we can do here is just stick with some plain old regular roads. Let's get angle turned on, and let's just turn them all on for now. And let's just go up a little bit and then turn all those right back off. Because what I want to do is just bring one road off that way and then a little stub. Oh, it does not want to make a little stub. And then just a little stub off this way. That's it. That's all that's going to be out here. This is going to be a teeny tiny neighborhood. We could probably get away with grading some more to add some space, but I don't really want to overdo it. I just want to give us a few homes out this way. So we do need to get water pipes all the way over here. And of course, they need to be heated water pipes. So we've got electricity going in the roads. And one of these days, I will switch to using 81 tiles to do my water as well. But for now, and this is just going to have a few homes. For now, we just going to have to live with what we have, which is power going under. We're going to get rid of zoning there so I can get a slightly bigger lot on this size. Not by a lot, but it's some. A lot. For a lot. Let's not go right across from each other. And then what if I do the same thing here? Do I get anything worthwhile up there? No. What if I get rid of the zoning there? That works. That gets me a little bit more here, and then we can do one like right there. And that's it. Just a little neighborhood. Just kind of sticking out there. Few random houses that just popped up. And it works. And then our final one is up here somewhere. Right here. And it looks like our best place to come in would be right here. So I'm going to switch back to that 4-lane road once I locate it. There it is. Go back into this view. And yeah, I think this is our way in right here. I'm going to just bring that back a ways. And then where is... Okay, so our train line is right there. So if I just keep bringing this back, that works. And then I kind of want to mimic what we did earlier and just follow the edge. But I want to make sure we can get houses on both sides. And that line is really hard to see because of the snow. Because of course it is. And then we'll bring that one in right about there. It's close to a 90. And then I want to follow this ridge around as best as I can. Yeah, it's looking pretty good. And then curve it. And then I want to get these two to connect. I just don't know how pretty it's going to be to do so. So I'm going to need to bring this one up just a bit. And then that will go right there. Awesome. And yes, I know this is 4 lanes right here. So now the rest of this is pretty much flat. I can get out of this view. What I'm going to do for that 4 lanes is we'll have, again, a little bit of a grid. Maybe slightly larger this time, though. So that was 750. And we will just make a few connections back through here. So that 750 is there. Yeah, maybe we don't do that one. Here we can bring that over to there. This one can come down to right there. I do need a connection back here, though. So let's bring this off straight and this off straight, and then try to connect that up. It doesn't really want to do anything all that pleasing, but that works. And then there we go, just another little neighborhood. This one will probably need its own services as well. Yeah, it's kind of a little too far away from everything, so that's okay. We'll do just like a little main street right here. You know, I'm not going to worry about a post office on this one. And then we'll throw in a clinic, and we may as well get the water pipes in real quick. Fairview Street. They were our crosstown rivals when I was in high school. Little teeny tiny town, South Arkansas had 2 different school districts. Because racism. Not a joke. That's exactly why. You know, Arkansas doesn't have the best history when it came to desegregation. And the town that I lived in, when desegregation happened, they got a separate postcode out by one of the big employers. Got established as a second postcode and got a new school district installed and made it so that you had to live in that zip code to go to the new school district. Very few people actually lived out there. Instead, people would get P.O. boxes. And of course, anytime a person of color would come in seeking a P.O. box, they were told, oh, sorry, we don't have any available. And in effect, they were able to keep the area segregated, which is really, really crappy. I mean, it is. It just is. So let's bring that across that way. But, you know, local politics are weird, the way they can work sometimes. Let's give somebody an S-big corner lot there, put a lot there. And again, we're going to be a little more intentional this time about what we zone where. Get a small one there, small one there, and a small one there. Cool. And then I don't want this one to be right up against its neighbor, so we're going to just bring a few of these back here and go there. Actually, let's do 3x4 that way. And in the corner. And right there, and right there. That's looking lovely. I don't know that anybody's going to move into these anytime soon, but I don't know why I had the view with the elevation changes still up. There, we'll get a little bit more density there, and then back here we'll go back to being a bit more on the deliberate side again. Though I don't know how much we're going to actually get because of the way the zoning is, but I think I'm good with just that little bit. We could do out alongside the edges as well. Yeah, let's do just a few out here along the edges, since we left ourselves enough space to do so. None of these are going to have schools. We're just going to have the basic services. Mainly this is to, you know, have people who work for the timber industry, for good old Sterling Davies, and don't necessarily want to live in town. Which, you know, if they don't want to live in town, that's fine. That's their prerogative. I won't get my feelings too hurt if they don't want to live in the beautiful town that I made for them. Big one there, big one there. We'll skip all of that. Go with one big one there, smaller one there, and that is enough, I think. So let's check in on our first little subdivision, and it's coming along just fine. A few areas still to fill out, but then again, we don't have a huge demand right now. This area is already completely cleared up. And look at that. We went from ugly industry to some nice homes and shops just really, really quick. So let's check this one out, because this is the one that's the most remote with no services. Yeah, it's going to be a while before that develops, just because there's no services out here, if it develops at all. So what I want to do is kind of park us up right here, speed things up, and we're just going to watch as this fills in a little bit. And before this area gets too big, I do want to have a park out here. Maybe just a playground. That fits nicely right there, and that should cover most of that area just fine. And you know, just to entice people... Oh, we have water pipe problem here. Wait a minute. Oh, we have water availability problem. Anyways, just to entice a few people to move out here. We're not going to do fire or anything like that, but we'll give them a dog park here in this corner. And that might attract some people. I didn't realize we had need for more water. So we've got a water pump, a water tower. I think what I want to do is just bring in a couple more water towers. I don't think these pollute. I think we're also getting close on electricity. We are. So let's just address these needs real quick. I wasn't planning on doing that in this episode, but the need has arose. I don't know. We're going to run this pretty far back. And this is just going to be a place that will allow us to bring in a lot of geothermal. In fact, you know, the absolute height of realism here. We're going to relocate our facilities back here. The ones we already have. And then see if we can't get a couple more in to fill out this spot. There you are. It's kind of hard to see them. But there are 5 of them already? Well, I might not have enough space. Oh man, I don't know if I have that. We're gonna have to rethink this because I'm getting close to those railroad tracks. Oops, we went too far. And bring that one in. Oh, it just fits. So the question is, can I get... I can. I can get just 1 or 2 more in, but we want to salvage our rocks. We also want to keep these guys. So we're going to relocate them across the other side here, because this is part of our heritage. If you remember, we wanted to keep those to just kind of remember the past and what was here. Yeah, that works. That works. Ooh, that, however, does not with that. That's unfortunate. This one isn't gonna fit over here, though, is it? Nope. So let's go to here with the next one. And then 1 more just to bolster things. 1 more. There we go. Big geothermal area. That's where we're getting our heating from and our power, which is kind of nice. Our next milestone is coming up at 28,000. I don't know that we've zoned enough to get us there. Oh yeah, we were going to take care of water as well, weren't we? We were. None of this pollutes. So we are going to just put in a couple water towers out here. That all pollutes, so I want them over here. Like, we'll go 1 there, and we will go with 1 there. Get those connected up to our water pipes. And that should, yeah, get us good for water availability. Sewage is going to be a problem, but we're going to upgrade our sewage once we get to the next, I keep getting lost, to the next milestone. So now let's just see how we doing here. Fine, it looks like, in fact, yeah, everything is filled out in both of those areas, and we're even getting some homes over here. That's really cool. They'll probably stay a lower level, simply, oh, maybe not. Simply because the land value in this area, not the greatest. Over here is okay, and over here is okay. But I don't think we're going to see anything too terribly big develop here. Let's watch for just a moment and see what does upgrade, though. I'm really surprised by just the amount of upgrading that we've seen take place there. I did not expect that at all. I'd kind of like this to be in the middle, so let's turn off road guidelines and grid. Just go with angle and hit the right button. Cool. And then let's get a connection in back here. There's not a connection point on this, is there? I don't believe. Yeah, they're over there and over there. So no, never mind. Can't really do that. We could, you know, I don't like how it's got houses right up against this. Don't really like it at all. And in fact, I want to change where it's oriented. I want to go off of this road. Ooh, doesn't like it. So maybe if I move it there and then over. Yep. What that's going to allow me to do is get this path to come off and go into the rest of the neighborhood. Give them, that's the wrong button. Give them just, you know, a little ways to have some cut throughs, and we'll do another one right here. We'll bring that up to connect right there, and then we can do a couple houses, small one there, and then a little one there, and a little one right there. Let's go ahead and fill in that corner, and maybe this corner as well. And this is looking pretty snazzy. I'm pleased with it. I like it. I think it'll be a nice addition. Just 3 little neighborhoods just kind of up here in the hills near all of Sterling Davies industry, which is actually making a little bit of a profit. Sometimes it gets a little higher than that. It just depends on how much we're outputting at any given time. But we're doing all right. Same with ore. It comes and goes in terms of profit. Right now the city is losing just a skosh of money, but that should all settle down. But there we go. I actually did a shorter video today. It is possible. And so until next time, I'm Brandon, reminding you to stay vainglorious.